Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Terry and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 19. Thank you so much for my returning viewers and my new subscribers. I appreciate it, everybody watching my videos and seeing my progress on my projects. Today I have some finished objects, I have some works in progress, and that's about it, except I do have a yarn purchase that I want to tell you about. Okay, so today I have, my first finished object is a hamburger, another hamburger. I've been on this hamburger kick lately. I've had like several episodes where I've done hamburgers. I did the hamburger sandwich, I guess you'd say, crocheted. I did the hamburger drawstring bag. And so I found another hamburger to do, so here you go. It is a hamburger keychain. This is a YouTube tutorial that I followed, and the tutorial is by MJ Carlos. And my wonderful husband helped me and put the little clip on the top of it, the little lobster claw clasp. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, I even put the little sesame seeds at the top. I think it turned out really super cute. So there's my little hamburger keychain. I thought it would be really cute clipped to like a child's backpack, maybe or the zipper pull on a bag. It doesn't necessarily have to be a keychain. I know I have so many keys, I don't need a large keychain to make it more bulky. Okay, so that's finished object number 1. Finished object number 2 is I'm still making the preemie hats for the NICU Halloween hat drive for one of my local hospitals. And here is my baby bear hat. And it's definitely a preemie size, as you can see. Thought it turned out super cute. This is a pattern from Jana Grassel. And the website is jjcrochet.com, and there's a link to the pattern that will take you there from Ravelry. So there's that. And then finished object number 3. Last week I told you about some headbands, a set of headbands that I bought at Dollar Tree, child size headbands. And so what I did with one of them is I found this pattern on Ravelry, and it is for a tiara. So I just used Red Heart Super Saver in gold, and I crocheted around the band all the way around, and then you fasten off, and then you come back and you do the detail here at the top to make the little tiara. I thought it was super cute. It would be such a cute little thing for a little girl for to play dress up, or Halloween, maybe, any occasion, I suppose. Anytime she wants to feel like a princess. And anyway, so the pattern is called Tiara Headband and is by Amy Lehman, and her website is amyscrochetpatterns.com, but the link is, you can get the link from Ravelry also, and I will have it in the description box below. Okay, so my 4th finished object is, well, it's semi-finished objects, I guess you'd say, but it is the 365 Days of Granny Squares project that I'm doing with my friends from our Facebook group called Stitch Your Library. And I have done squares number 14 through 18, so 5 squares this week. This is number 14. I'm using Karen Simply Soft yarn. I picked out 7 colors out of my stash, and so I'm just randomly combining them together. So that's number 14. Number 15 is this one. And I'm aiming at weaving in the ends. I know I have this little one sticking out here, but when I do the border around it, I will grab that and catch it when I go around with the outside color. This is 16. This one was really fun to make. I really enjoyed this one. Okay, and this is 17, number 17. It's a sunflower of sorts. And number 18 is this one. Okay, and these all can be found. There's a YouTube tutorial for each one, and it is from Yarn Utopia. That's Nadia, and she has 365 squares that she demonstrated how to make last year, and she released one video each day. And so we just thought it would be fun to jump in there and make the squares. And so I'm making the squares, but also now I can transition into my works in progress. I'm also using my not mine, but the joining as you go method to putting the squares together. So I have got the first strip done. I decided to do 7 across. I thought it would be a good size width. And as you see, I am bordering them in Caron Simply Soft Black as I'm joining them together. And I really think it's making the colors really pop, I think. Looks really good. Oops. There you go. Oop, that one's curled. Okay, there you go. So that is my first row. And I do have numbers 8 through 16 for my second row, and then I've gotten 16 through 18 done starting on my third row, but I don't have them put together yet. I just have the first row connected. So that is my work, one of my works in progress that I've been doing. And then my number 2 works in progress. Last week I showed you that I was going to do the Lion Brand pattern called the Down on the Farm play mat. And so I've got the base of the play mat put together, or not put together, but made. And here it is. Let me get it up, right side up here. And there it is. Let me back up a little bit. It's been kind of crunched up, so it's a little bit wrinkled. But so this would be the sky, and then of course all the remaining is the grassy area. Okay, so I got that done, and I have, if you can see, I have the loops on the edges where the drawstring will be weaved through. And it's really cute. On the end of the drawstrings, there's a little stuffed pumpkin on either end of the drawstrings. I'll show you a picture here. Let me get it on my phone here so you can see it. There you go. Super cute. And if you can see, let me zoom up just the area if I can get it where it's not super blurry, kind of blurry, but anyway, you can see that there's a barn there, and the doors of the barn, they open as far as I can tell. And I was thinking, well, what are you gonna see when you open the barn doors? So I was going through some magazines that I have had for quite a while. This is the Crochet Today magazine, and it's issue, the January-February issue of 2013. And it is a blanket. Let me show you the blanket. It is called the Red Barn Blanket. Thought it was cute. And as you can see, they have these appliques there of different animals. So what I was thinking on doing is taking the pattern for the cow. And now this turns out large because it's on a blanket. So I'm gonna have to size it down, use smaller yarn, very small hooks probably, but size it down so I will be able to stitch it inside of the doors of the barn. So then when the child opens the doors of the barn, you will be able to see the cow back there. And then we'll see what else I do. There's also a horse right here. So I may play around with those and see what else I can stick in there. But I thought that was really cute. And then the top, there's like a little hay area, it looks like at the top. And I might, because there's also a pattern, let me find it. Oh, for right here, for a chicken on some hay. And so I may even stitch that at the top so you can see it up at the top like it's in the hay loft, I guess you'd say, of the barn. Anyway, still working on that. If you notice that there's a tractor in the pattern, but the tractor is very small. I mean, it's like it's as big as the duck, or the duck as big as the tractor. So the scale is kind of bothering me a little bit. So I may try to do a larger tractor. I'm not sure. It's just the tractor needs to be bigger than the animals, right? Okay, but I am enjoying the pattern. So, I have the road done, the little curved road. So that's what I've done on that. Okay, so now my third work in progress. Last week I told you that I was wanting to do a blanket, to start a blanket for a nurse that I had last year during my different surgeries that I had to have done. And she helped me so much, and I just really appreciated everything she did for me. So I wanted to make her a blanket. So I showed you part of it last week, or the progress that I had done on it. It's called the Annie's Lace Throw. And let's see. I apologize, I don't have the pattern out here. I mean, I have it, but I have to, just give me a couple seconds here to pull it out. I didn't have it quite ready to show. Let's see, here it is. Sorry, the crinkling. Ooh. Okay, so there's the blanket. And this is my progress. I was still able to pin it out. Sorry. So then you could see it. So here it is. Last week I had an octagon shape, and you can see now it's now a square. So did quite a bit of progress on that. So that's another project I'm working on. I'm really enjoying this. It's going pretty quickly, and it just feels so good. I'm using Caron Simply Soft, which is what the pattern called for, and I'm doing it in the berry blue color. So I'm really pleased with how that's coming out. So as I showed you, it was a square, and so now I'll add some bars on either end to make it a rectangle before doing the border. So I'm getting there on it. It's progressing along nicely. Okay, so last week I also showed you a amigurumi turkey that I made for Thanksgiving decoration, I guess. And one of my viewers said that she suggested to do some pilgrims to go along with the turkey. And so I thought, well, that would be a cute idea. So I found a pattern on Ravelry for a pair of pilgrims. Let me get it zoomed up here. There you go. Really cute. They may be the same size as the turkey, so the scale is not going to be right either. But I thought it looks really cute, and so I started making the boy pilgrim. And so so far, this is what I've got. This is going to be his belt. And then I've got his arms and legs done. Sorry. Allergies, sorry. And so I've done that. And then I've done his arms and legs, and that's as far as I've gotten so far. Okay, so got that done. So the only other thing I was wanting to tell you about is I made a yarn purchase today. I enjoy watching the podcast Lottie and Albert. I'll put a link to her YouTube channel down below because she is very enjoyable to watch. I really like her projects. And she's been talking about a certain kind of yarn called Cotton Flowers yarn that you can get on Etsy. And it's actually a yarn that comes from Germany. And it is a fingering weight gradient yarn. And oh, I just fell in love with it when I saw it and saw the projects that she was making with it. And so my birthday is coming up next month, right after Thanksgiving, day after in fact. And so I thought, well, I'm going to order me a skein of this yarn. Like I said, it comes from Germany, so it'll take about 3 weeks to get here. I ordered it from Etsy, and it's free shipping, so that was good. And it is it's a very large cake. It's a fingering weight. It's a 3-ply, I believe they call it. But the color of it is so pretty. I'll try to. Yeah, I'll try to zoom it up here so you can see the coloring. It's just so pretty. I just fell in love with it, and I just thought, oh, I just have to try this yarn out. So it is cotton acrylic blend. So it should be easy care. So I'm glad for that. So I've decided that I'm gonna make a virus shawl to use that blanket with. So I'm anxious to get that, and I will show you what it looks like. I mean, how it comes along, and when I get it, an unboxing of it. So it'll be a while yet, but I'm really excited to get that yarn. Okay, so that's really it for today. All my work's in progress. I had a good week this last week. Today I met my niece Charlie for lunch. Hello, Charlie. Hi, Corey, my little great nephew that was along with us, and I gave him the the cheeseburger that I made, and the fries, and he had a good time playing with those. So we had such a good lunch. We talked about yarn and patterns, and because she's also a crocheter. So and then besides that, we've just been doing our regular schedule of school and lessons and that sort of thing. So anyway, I hope everybody else had a great week and continue to do so. And we'll see you next week, I suppose. Well, I do know. I will have a video. Sorry. I will have a video next week. So I will see you next week. And I hope that you will come back and see the progress I've made on my projects. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you so much for everybody's nice comments on my projects. As I've said before, I enjoy making these videos and talking about my Yarnjoy. Okay, so we'll see you next week. Bye.